Hi everyone, it's Trishna. Happy Sunday. I hope you're doing well. Today's video is going to be a little bit shorter than my more recent videos. Today we're going to be talking about the magic of tarot. So if you've seen one of my more recent videos called the Texas Winter Storm Journal Shadow Magic Shadow Work video, you'll know that I came to some realizations while I was in the middle of the Texas storm down here without power and without heat. And one of those realizations is that I tend to live my entire life basically only working with the bare essentials because I'm generally too afraid of spoiling myself with tools or with more than the bare essentials. And I'm worried that if I do that and I spoil myself, if everything is stripped away from me, I won't really know how to handle it. I won't know how to cope. I won't know how to survive. And when I was in the middle of the Texas storm with no heat and no power, and it was really cold, I realized that, hey, all of my bare essentials have essentially been stripped from me. Not entirely, of course. Had a nice roof over my head, etc. But a lot of the bare essentials had been stripped away from me. All of a sudden, I had no idea it was going to happen. It was just boom, gone. And I was able to be okay and make it through it. So that really helped me put two and two together and maybe start thinking that maybe I need to incorporate more tarot magic into my life. Now, if you've seen a lot of my other videos on my YouTube channel, you know that I have done videos using tarot. I used to do a lot of videos using tarot on my channel. That's not how I started my channel, but I incorporated more tarot because I know a lot of my audience really likes to watch tarot videos. And I do use tarot from time to time in my personal practice, but it's not a huge part of my practice. Again, I really like to work with myself and my own intuition and my own energy. But again, I'm wanting to take this opportunity to connect with tarot and other divination tools and just really understand the magic behind them. So I've been doing a lot of work with the tarot recently, and I've really been reflecting on it, and I wanted to share the magic of tarot that I have uncovered in the past several weeks. So first of all, there is an obvious magic of tarot that's already out there. Tarot is said to have come from the 1430s, so it is hundreds of years old. It has so many ties and so much symbolism and connection to various levels of the occult, whether it's the Kabbalah, numerology, astrology, and a lot more. The tarot holds a lot of archetypes that fall in line with the human story, and so we all connect to it on a subconscious level, on an unconscious level, even if we don't consciously understand that connection. So it holds a lot of magic in and of itself, and that is stuff that I already knew. That's stuff I already knew about tarot. I've studied a little bit of alchemy, so I had a good understanding of that already. But the realizations that I came to recently over the past couple weeks as I've really been trying to connect with divination tools, more specifically tarot in this case, and that really opened me up to the magic that is in every aspect of tarot, not just looking at the cards and reading the cards, but every aspect from the beginning to the end, is this. So whenever you are shuffling the deck and you know that now it's time to stop, or when you're cutting the deck and you're just like, I'm just going to pick there, or if you're fanning the cards out and you're selecting different cards as you pull from that pile in front of you. Now, some of that may feel like you're just guessing. Some of that may feel like, oh, it's just a means to an end. It's just, I gotta do this so I can pull out the cards so I can read the cards. It's just something that I gotta do. So a lot of us think that it's just a conscious thing that we're doing. But in actuality, our subconscious is so aware of everything that is going on. It picks up on so many signals, so many signs. It can see things that we can't see with the human or the main conscious mind. So when you're just guessing, I'll just cut the deck here, or I feel like I should just stop shuffling here, or I'm gonna fan these cards out, I'm just gonna pull one here, one here, one here, one here, I'm just guessing, it's just random, it's just whatever. Whenever you're doing that, the subconscious is actually doing that with you. So all the symbols, everything that it knows, it's helping you pick those cards with that infinite wisdom that it holds. So picking those cards, cutting the deck, shuffling the deck, and stopping, all of that is not as mundane as we sometimes think that it is. Our subconscious is actually working with us to select that, and I just think that that is absolutely magical. And then of course, whenever you turn over the cards and you start reading them and connecting to the symbols, your subconscious is helping you interpret those symbols. Those symbols in the card, again, they hold those archetypes that connect all of us, that we all resonate with, whether we are conscious of it or not, because tarot has probably been a part of your life in different lifetimes in the past, and so you've been aware of these archetypes even if you don't remember that connection. So when you're pulling over the cards and you're looking at those symbols, you have a connection to it. It's a language that your subconscious already understands through all of your previous lifetimes. And so when you look at those symbols, it starts stirring within you these visions, these ideas, these intuitive nudges that allow you to understand what your subconscious is trying to tell you. So your subconscious is helping you pick those cards and then helping you interpret those cards so that you can understand what's really going on in the depths of your being, what is really going on in the story that you are telling yourself and the universe, and therefore what you are manifesting. And so I just think that all of that is just incredibly magical. I connected before with the symbols on the cards and knowing that that was a way to stir up information that I needed to stir up. But I never really pieced together or like really connected with the fact that I'm not just picking these cards at random. The subconscious is helping me do that so I can pick the cards and the symbols that it wants me to understand, because the subconscious speaks in the language of symbols. So I thought that was super cool. Now, one thing that I've been doing over the past 2 weeks is I have been doing a tarot routine. And many of you, if you're into tarot, you already do this, but I really started trying to implement this in my life, and I'm going to be doing that for 2 more weeks because I wanted to have, or at least through the end of March. So it'll be about 4 to 5 weeks that I'll have been doing that, because I really want to see if this is something that I want to incorporate into my life. Now, me being me, that means that I don't just use the tarot. Before I pull the cards, I'm already picking up on my own intuition, my own insights, and writing that down, and then I will pull the cards and write that down. So I've been doing a weekly tarot routine where I pull 1 card for Monday through Wednesday, 1 card for Thursday to Friday, and 1 card for Saturday and Sunday. And then for the past 2 weeks, I've actually been pulling 1 extra card because I had my bridal shower the first week, and then I had my bachelorette party the last weekend, and so I wanted to pull a little bit extra information on how the event itself was going to go. But generally, I'm pulling 1 for Monday to Wednesday, 1 for Thursday to Friday, and 1 for Saturday and Sunday, because that works best with my schedule. And so I do the intuitive information by myself, and then I pull the tarot cards and I add that as well. And then as the week goes on, I reflect back, I go back and read the passages, and I reflect on how that applied to my life. And I also ask for wisdom and guidance, so I also try to incorporate that throughout the week for each of those days and see how that helps make my life more magical. Now, one thing that I want to say, that because we're talking about the magic of tarot, so first of all, that whole process is magical in itself. You have some extra guidance, you have themes that you're able to carry out your days with, and it's just nice to kind of have that theme for your life, that focus, the way to channel your energy for that day, or to know what's up ahead and to know how to handle it in advance. So that's just magical on its own. But one thing that I've noticed, because I do my own psychic work and then I add the tarot cards, is that I can look at tarot as a book. It's just another book on the energy of the universe. When I'm just picking up information the way that I normally do, which is through clairvoyance and clairsentience, that is me just reading the book of the universe, reading the book of the energy. When I look at tarot cards, that's just like me pulling another book, another perspective, another author, and reading the book reading about the energy, but just through a different lens. So that's one way that you can think about tarot and using divination tools as well, is it's just another form of energy. And I was thinking, you know, I will read a bunch of books on other topics that interest me. Why don't I do that with energy? You know, energy is a topic, energy is information. Why don't I diversify my sources a little bit, and therefore I can build a greater picture? So it has been really interesting just seeing what I pick up on an intuitive level, and then from the tarot. I find that the intuitive portion is like really more focused on the major events that are going to be happening for me. And then the tarot kind of picks up on other things that maybe aren't so major, but I'm really glad that I'm aware of, that I wouldn't have been aware of or know was coming up had I not pulled a card for that. And sometimes the cards like complement each other, where I'll get some information on how to handle it, and then I'll get even more depth or specifics or a different perspective on how to handle the same thing. And it's nice to have multiple perspectives on how to handle a particular situation, because I can pick and choose and blend, and it's just really nice and magical. So excuse me, I got like some incense, I guess, in my throat. So this concludes the video. I hope that it was interesting. If you're interested in more of my magical reflections, let me know. And yeah, I will be talking about gratitude and how that can sometimes make your manifestations that you've already brought into your life go away, and why that is, because I know that that used to happen to me all the time, like years ago, and somebody had asked this on Reddit and I'd answered it a little while ago, and I thought it might be a good topic to bring up in a video as well on my YouTube channel for anybody who is interested. So yeah, let me know if you have any other topic ideas, and I will talk to you in my next video.